Illustration by Michael Hogue. The Dallas Morning News. What will former Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo try his hand at next? Tony Romo's 50-foot putt on the first playoff hole Sunday gave him a shocking victory over Jordan Spieth at the it. Stop. We all know this is not grounded in reality. Spieth isn't playing that well. Just kidding. But the surprising news this week that Romo had been granted its sponsor's exemption to tee it up here at the Nelson in May, his second PGA Tour event, raises an interesting array of possibilities, all of them stopping far short of victory lane. In fact, given that Romo finished dead last in the Dominican Republic event he participated in a year ago, I was somewhat shocked when Ryan Palmer, a veteran of the PGA Tour and friend of Romo's, said this Wednesday on Dennis and Kalisha on KESN FM 103.3, he's got a chance to make the cut. He's going to have to play great golf, and he knows that. Tony Romo is probably working harder on his game than half the tour pros right now. He's taking this serious, and it's going to be fun to watch. The last part is what the Nelson is counting on. Fun to watch. The tournament needs that element after moving to Trinity Forest a year ago and having fans deal with parking issues and extreme heat on a largely shade-free course. Then there's the fact that the Nelson now precedes by 1 week the PGA Championship. The major moved from its traditional August date to May, creating even more difficulty in building a field of highly ranked pros. Spieth with his it. Beyond that, it's a crapshoot to guess who will want to warm up for the PGA on a birdie fest of a links course that bears little resemblance to New York's Bethpage Black, where the second major of the season will be played. If you're worried about Romo taking a more qualified young player's spot, Palmer said golfers don't really look at it that way. They say the field is 156, but it's really 152 and 4 exemptions. The sponsors put up millions and millions of dollars for these events. They have the right to put in who they want, he said. So I understand the Nelson's interest in Romo. Beyond the local interest, his celebrity level has actually increased in retirement as a broadcaster. As Palmer put it, fans here want to see how Romo plays, and I think they'll put him in the spotlight on TV, too, and that's the only real question I have. Romo's continued pursuit of a competitive spotlight isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it is bizarre. This isn't about playing Trinity Forest, which, as a member, Romo can do anytime he chooses. What other quarterback has ever suited up with an NBA team simply to warm up before the game and receive the fans' ovation? The Nelson is hardly the only challenged sports event or team in this area. What might be next on the former quarterback's list? The Dallas Stars lost their final preseason game to Ottawa 10-3 on Thursday when reserve goaltender Tony Romo played the third period and stopped just 4 of the 12 shots he faced. Those pucks come at you a lot faster than Michael Strahan used to, Romo said. I mean, he has to have something beyond golf left on his personal bucket list, doesn't he? The Dallas Wings suffered their 4th straight defeat Tuesday, but interim coach Tony Romo said he saw some good things. We'll look at the tape, correct the mistakes and be excited to play the New York women's basketball Liberty next Sunday, Romo said. You don't get to live the life of Tony Romo without sporting an uncommon competitive streak. This thing may know no limits. In a 13-3 loss to the Oakland A's, the Texas Rangers at least got one shutout inning of relief from sidearmer Tony Romo on Wednesday night. The key was being able to predict which pitches the hitters were going to swing at. If you've studied enough tape, it's not that hard to do, Romo said. For now, we will simply see what Romo the golfer has up his sleeve. In his first attempt at this a year ago in the Dominican Republic, an event held when the world's best were in Austin for the Dell Match Play tournament, Romo shot 77-82 to finish 6 shots behind the closest competitor, another amateur in the field. The cut line was 1 under, and Romo shot 15 over. As Palmer indicated, Romo is working hard on his game and is determined to make a better showing. He will get ample TV time on Thursday and Friday. If he's still on your screen Saturday afternoon following the 36-hole cut, this will qualify as a bigger upset than an undrafted player breaking records set by Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach and Don Meredith.